Disappearances are terrifying not because they happen suddenly, but because of the silence they leave behind. In July of 2012, a 19-year-old woman in rural Kentucky left her home for a short walk and never returned. No struggle. No eyewitnesses. Just a shoe left in the dirt by an abandoned railway bridge. This is the haunting story of Emily Carter, a young woman full of dreams, whose life was cut short by mystery. The life of Emily Carter. Emily Carter was the kind of girl you'd notice immediately. She was outgoing, bright, and had a laugh that filled every room. She grew up in the quiet town of Maplewood, Kentucky, a place where doors were left unlocked and neighbors greeted each other by name. She had just graduated high school and was preparing for college, where she planned to study journalism. Friends say she was fascinated by mysteries. Ironically, she dreamed of one day becoming a crime reporter. But like many teenagers, Emily carried her share of struggles. Her parents were in the middle of a bitter divorce, and she had recently broken up with her long-term boyfriend, Jacob. Friends described her as stressed but hopeful, someone trying to find her place in the world. The night of disappearance. On the night of July 14, 2012, Emily told her mother she was going out for a walk. It wasn't unusual. Emily often wandered Maplewood's quiet streets when she needed time to think. At around 9:30 p.m., she left her house wearing sneakers, jeans, and a gray hoodie. She carried her phone but left her wallet behind. Her last known location was the old railway bridge just a mile from her home, a spot she often visited to write in her journal. By 10:15 p.m., Emily's phone stopped sending signals. The last ping came from a cell tower near the bridge. She never came back. When she failed to return home that night, her mother assumed she'd stayed with a friend. But by morning, panic set in. Emily wasn't answering calls, and her bed had never been slept in. By noon, the Carter family filed a missing persons report. The investigation begins. The search for Emily began immediately. Local police, joined by volunteers, combed the railway bridge and surrounding woods. Just 200 feet from the bridge, searchers found something chilling, one of Emily's shoes, lying on its side in the dirt. There were no footprints. No drag marks. No blood. Just the shoe, as if it had been dropped in haste. Detectives interviewed neighbors. One claimed they saw a dark pickup truck parked near the bridge around 10 p.m., but couldn't identify the driver. Another reported hearing a scream, but admitted they couldn't be sure if it was human or just an animal in the woods. The prime suspect early on was Jacob, the ex-boyfriend. Jacob admitted he had argued with Emily a few days earlier, but insisted he was home the night she disappeared. His alibi was shaky. No one could confirm his whereabouts between 9 and 11 p.m. Police questioned him repeatedly, but without evidence, they couldn't make an arrest. Leads go cold. Despite extensive searches, no trace of Emily was ever found. Cadaver dogs picked up faint scents near the riverbank but lost the trail. The pickup truck was never identified. Rumors spread through Maplewood like wildfire. Some said Emily staged her own disappearance to escape her home life. Others whispered about a drifter who'd been seen sleeping in abandoned barns nearby. And then there were the darker stories, theories that Emily had been targeted by someone she knew, someone who lived among them. As days turned into weeks, Emily's family held vigils. Her mother pleaded on TV, saying, "Emily, if you can hear me, please come home. If someone has her, I beg you, let her go." But months passed without answers. The case went cold. Several theories have emerged over the years about what really happened to Emily Carter. Theory 1, the runaway. Some believe Emily left willingly. Her parents' divorce, her breakup, and her growing desire for independence may have driven her to leave. But why would she abandon her phone, her ID, and her closest friends without a single goodbye? Theory 2, the ex-boyfriend. Jacob's story never sat right with detectives. His timeline had gaps, and several witnesses claimed he was jealous and controlling during their relationship. But despite suspicions, no physical evidence linked him to the disappearance. Theory 3, the stranger. The mysterious pickup truck remains one of the most tantalizing clues. Could Emily have accepted a ride, only to vanish into the hands of a stranger? The truck was never found, but several locals insisted it didn't belong to anyone from Maplewood. Theory 4, the cover-up. In 2018, a private investigator hired by Emily's family claimed that certain evidence, like security footage from a nearby gas station, had been lost by authorities. Some locals whisper that Emily's disappearance may be part of a bigger story the town doesn't want uncovered. The legacy and ongoing mystery. Today, more than a decade later, Emily Carter remains missing. Her case is still classified as an open investigation, though no new leads have surfaced in years. Every year, on the anniversary of her disappearance, the Carter family gathers at the railway bridge to light candles and share stories about Emily. They refuse to give up hope. For the people of Maplewood, the silence surrounding Emily's case is deafening. How does someone vanish from a small town without a trace? Was she taken by someone she trusted, or a stranger who passed through that night? Or did Emily choose to disappear, leaving behind only questions? Until the truth is uncovered, Emily's story remains one of Kentucky's most haunting mysteries. What do you think happened to Emily Carter? If you found this story chilling, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more true crime mysteries.